Nice. So what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about BigBear.ai. You guys can see that we did do a prediction back in the beginning of August, looking for the market to go down. You guys can see that it did that. It came all the way down to our ultimate TP price, which was around like $4.70, and that is when the market took off. That was the bottom. We caught the bottom in the market for BigBear.ai. So don't let people tell you that you can't do it. It's impossible to figure out where price is headed. We pretty much nailed it on this one. It happens sometimes, but it don't happen all the time. Just keeping it real. So let's go ahead and get rid of this prediction here. 32.9% right there was hit on September the 10th. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this prediction here. And we also get rid of these buy pockets that we created in the market for BigBear.ai. And let's see if we need to get rid of this trend line, because I think we do, because price did break below it and is now trading back up above it. Now, so since that time that we did this price prediction in the Big Bear, right? Price ran up. Cool. Look at what happened though. We went ahead and already created a location that we were expecting selling to increase. So when the market in Big Bear came up here on September 23rd at $8, the reaction was quick. Price went right back down immediately. How did you know that? Because players in the market always tips their hand. They tell us what they think, and they leave footprints or breadcrumbs on the charts all the time. That's how we was able to predict that this was a pocket right here in BigBear.ai. Okay, so naturally price went down. Now the crazy part is that we notice buyers a lot sooner. Price quickly stopped going down right there around 650. We need to note that, because apparently someone is thinking BigBear.ai is a buy right there. So we're going to create that area as a pocket of buying. So if we're going to think that this stock is a buy, we don't want to see the market break this pocket, because it then tells us that that buyer who held price on these 2 days is no longer at that price. They left. Okay. So let's look at BigBear.ai real quick on the 2. So this is the last printed 2-day price bar. It doesn't look scary at all. In fact, it looks pretty healthy if you're a buyer. It tells us that the buyers were doing work, and they were trying to get rid of all the people trying to sell their stock in the market. That's why the market closed up there towards the high of the bar. So that's pretty good to see that happen in Big Bear. It is on the 3. So just like we saw the market weakness on this 3-day price bar, and it went right back up. So this is like a two bar play. When you see a market go down and then immediately comes right back up, buyers are there. That's the only way that can happen. So that's a pretty good sign there. That's why the market currently is going up in Big Bear on this current 3-day price bar. Look at this on the 4. We have a day and 21 hours left, so about 2 days. We already see the signal. Okay, look how many times our signal was triggered on the chart for Big Bear. 2 consecutive buy signals were triggered. We're getting a third one now, but we can't be relied upon this third one because we still have a day. We still have a day and 21 hours left. But again, that's pretty good to see on the 4-day chart signals trigger, because it gives you an idea of how strong the market is becoming or is trying to go, the direction. Look at this on the 5. I like the 5 too. The reason why I like the 5 is because, for one, we got the signal triggered, and then 2, another 2-bar play. The market didn't go down following this 5-day bar and went right back up instead. Okay, so yeah, this looks to me like this market is being controlled by the buyers. Okay, and there's a lot of buying going on in this market for Big Bear right around here. So I know you guys may have seen some articles, some videos of people saying that the AI bubble is about to burst. You really don't see that yet. You don't see it on this stock. Okay. Even look at this on the 5 weeks. Look at that. Price came down. Next 5 weeks, and we're right back up, and it actually exceeded the high of the prior 5 weeks. Okay, now we still need to be careful and cautious. Like, we always need to make sure we're watching our backs. So looking at this on BigBear.ai, we're already trading at a price where sellers are. Okay, we already know that. So given that that's the case, we need to be cautious that this market may still run out of gas. Depending on how determined the sellers are, and get it in the way of the buyers. Okay, so these two areas, well, let's make it three. These three areas right here will be important whenever these sellers pop back into the market and they impact the price to where it comes back down. Now, the sooner that we see price hold one of these pockets, the better. But if they take price all the way down here, then that weakness, it could actually impact how high Big Bear can continue to go. So you really want to see, whenever sellers come in, you want to see these buyers hold that price as soon as possible. Okay, so here it is on the 5-hour chart. Take a look at it on 3. I really don't see any weakness yet. 2 hours. Oh, that 2-hour bar. Look at that. Again, you see this all over different time frames. Don't let people come in and dissuade you that you can't see this information. Price went down, reaction came right back up. So again, this stock is still exhibiting buyers wanting to control the price. We don't see the sellers yet. Now, the sellers may be right there. Okay, you can see that right there. They could definitely be at that point. Here's on the 330. Okay, so I'm actually done. Let's go ahead and drop a prediction here. We're going to look for a Big Bear to try to go up in price. Okay, now we're going to try to lower our stop loss right around here. And we're going to try to target the high of this area, $8.70, about 13% move there. Next target is going to be at the low of this sell pocket at $9, 17.14% there. And then all the way at the top, $9.50, almost 23% run up. All right, so let's go ahead and save that. And that is it. We'll see if those sellers are still in the pocket, because if they are, this stock won't go too high. But you don't have to be nervous. You don't have to be scared, fearful, because we already know that that's a possibility, because we got the area marked on the chart as to where those sellers are. That's it. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit. And as always, trade different.